Hello children, welcome to yet another session of Geography Class 10 Natural Vegetation Session 1. So, let's get started. First, we will understand what is natural vegetation. Natural vegetation refers to the garment of plants and trees that exist in the area before it is modified by man for activities such as farming, mining, lumbering, industrial, economic, and urban development. So, in other words, we can say that plants and trees which grow naturally in an area by the climatic conditions, soil, and altitude, such vegetation stand for a long time without being disturbed by man. And that is what is natural vegetation. So before man activities start like farming, mining, lumbering, till it is not disturbed, it grows naturally, and that is what is natural vegetation. Now, why does India have a variety of vegetation? So India is supposed to have a large variety of vegetation, but what is the reason that India has such a large variety of vegetation? Firstly, huge size of the landmass. Now, the landmass right from 8 degrees north to 37 degrees north latitude, such huge size of landmass, because of that there is a variety of vegetation. Great variation in temperature and rainfall. Because the landmass is huge, the temperature and the rainfall, there is variation, and with the temperature and rainfall there is variation in the type of vegetation also. Next, change in altitude. As we go higher and higher, what happens? Even the vegetation changes. When you go to a hill station, you find a different vegetation there. We have the coniferous trees there. The trees are different from what we have here. So with the change of altitude, even the vegetation changes, and the large variety of soil. So in our previous chapter, we have studied that India has been blessed with a large variety of soil. So that in different varieties of soil, different plants grow. Okay. Next is the factors which are affecting the natural vegetation. So the factors which affect the natural vegetation are temperature. So the variation, whatever the temperature like, that will be the kind of vegetation. Rainfall, the areas having heavy rainfall will show a different variety of vegetation, whereas areas which have less rainfall will have different variety of vegetation, and the least rainfall will again show different variety of vegetation. Soil, difference in the soil and different in there is difference in the vegetation also. Humidity, the amount of humidity is there, even that is one of the parameters for vegetation, and altitude as already been discussed. As we go higher, the vegetation changes. Okay, now the types of vegetation in our syllabus are also found in India. The tropical evergreen forest, tropical deciduous forest, tropical thorn forest, littoral forest, which we also call as the delta or the tidal forest, and the mountain forest. Okay, we also call it the mangrove forest also. Okay, so the tidal forest or the littoral forest or the delta forest or the mangrove forest. So there are various names for this forest. Okay, the next one. We first start with the first type of forest, and that is the tropical evergreen forest. So tropical evergreen forest, as the name suggests, remains evergreen, full of greenery, dense forest. Now what are the basic, just let us read where we can find these forests. Now these forests are found in the western slopes of the Western Ghats. Okay, now why in the western slopes on the Western Ghats and not the eastern slopes? Because the western slopes of the Western Ghats receive heavy rainfall. Then apart from that, the northeast Assam and the Meghalaya region, Andaman and the Nicobar Islands. So all these regions, this is the area where the tropical evergreen forests are found. Now, this type of vegetation is found in areas which are more than 900 meters above the sea level, sometimes at an elevated height. It's found especially in the hilly regions. They receive rainfall of more than 250 centimeters and the temperature ranges between 25 degrees Celsius and 27 degrees Celsius. Now the characteristics of the tropical evergreen forest. Now what are the characteristics? Firstly, the trees are evergreen in nature. As I said, they always remain green in color. Why? There is no particular season for shedding their leaves. So in this, there is no particular season for shedding their leaves. As such, the trees, they'll appear green throughout the year. Next, the trees are hardwood, but due to dense undergrowth, it cannot be exploited commercially. Is that clear? They are hardwood in nature. They have dense undergrowth, because of which they cannot be entered and they cannot be exploited commercially. Then another thing is that large variety of trees are growing in small areas. So the same variety of tree you will not find elsewhere. It is very difficult to find. So it becomes, commercially it is a drawback that you don't find the same variety of tree in that small area. Different species of trees are there in a small area, which make it very difficult to be exploited. And the trees grow very tall. Sometimes it is even 60 meters or more than 60 meters in height. Okay. Now the important trees that we have: the rosewood, ebony, chaplas, gurjan, mahogany, rubber, cinchona. So these are the trees which are found in the tropical evergreen forest. Now there are certain drawbacks of this tropical evergreen forest, and it is that the hardwood trees have little commercial value. They do not have much commercial value because there are multiple species going. So you will not find the same variety of tree and maybe in the elsewhere in the nearby around the forest. So it becomes very difficult for a person, for the people to cut down the same variety of trees for their commercial purpose. Next, multiple species are there. As I said, multiple species are growing from here and there. They are absolutely dense forests, and due to lack of transport, these forests cannot be fully exploited. They are dark, dense, they cannot be entered. So as such, it is very difficult to exploit these forests. Okay, now these were the drawbacks. Now we come to the next type of forest, which is the tropical deciduous forest. Okay, so our next one is tropical deciduous forest, and let us see where do we find these tropical deciduous forests. They are found in areas having 70 to 200 centimeters of rainfall. They are of two types, moist and dry. Moist deciduous forests are a little different, are more greener where more rainfall is occurring, and dry, they appear more dry, and in areas where there is less amount of rainfall occurring. The examples of these are teak, sal, peepal, neem. These are the basic trees found in this area. Now, where do we find this type of tropical deciduous forest? So, it is covering more than a larger part of India is covered by the tropical deciduous forest. Even what we have around the trees all come into this category, the tropical deciduous forest. Now, please note down the areas: the eastern slopes of the Western Ghats, foothills of the Himalayas, Odisha, Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, all the region, all of them, they come under the tropical deciduous forest. Now, characteristics of the tropical deciduous forest. Trees shed their leaves to prevent excessive loss of moisture. Forests are not very dense. So here the trees are shedding their leaves so that they prevent excessive loss of moisture. Forests are not very dense. Fewer varieties of trees may be found. Forests allow easy access, so the timber has great commercial value. So here the trees, they have a fixed period, fixed time of shedding their leaves. So they don't appear dense. Then there are fewer varieties, not like the one that we had seen in tropical evergreen forest, because there were too many varieties of trees, multiple species were growing in an area. This is not the case with tropical deciduous forests. Forests allow easy access. You can easily enter the forest and leave, and the timber has great commercial value because the same variety of trees can be found in a large area. Is that clear? Okay. Now the important trees that we have in the tropical deciduous forests are sal, teak, shisham, mulberry, sandalwood, tendu, bamboo. So these are the other trees. Okay. Today we end till here, and tomorrow we are going to continue from here. So today what we have learned about the two types of forest, that is the tropical deciduous forest and the tropical evergreen forest. Please make the notes. We hear through the slides only the important things which are in your syllabus. Those are being discussed. So make notes and it will help you to study better. Okay, till then stay well and stay safe at home. Thank you.